Hello and welcome to How to Paint Beautiful Koi. This video is kindly sponsored by Artify, who recently sent me some art supplies to try, and I was delighted to receive this beautiful set of squirrel brushes. I think that this is going to make my koi painting a lot easier because sometimes I found that painting with a large squirrel brush was just not giving me the details that I need, so I'm excited to try these out. The first step when I am doing these kind of ink brush paintings is I always start with a practice run. And I think that this is also really important when using new tools. You just want to get a sense of how they handle. And with these kind of paintings, you definitely want to get into the flow of the strokes. All right, practice run number 2. I am going to go for the biggest brush. And that was really beautiful for the body. As you can see, I only had to use one stroke, and that is kind of the principle of this kind of painting, just to have these singular certain strokes that are said to be an expression of the artist's life force or chi. Although this is not true sumi-e practice, because sumi means black ink and e means painting, and I'm not only using black ink, it has the spirit of the practice, which is really beautiful because it's just a handful of simple, confident, and true strokes that create the most beautiful living forms. A quote from a website when I was doing a little research on the topic says this: "The painter must learn to use the brush with vitality and restraint to capture the essence of the subject." At this point, this is the 4th koi that I am painting, and I'm feeling pretty good about knowing how to paint the koi. It's kind of like you have to remember and get a feel of the essence of the koi itself every time you go back to paint them. And what I am really trying to go for in these kind of paintings is this feeling of it being alive. And so I want to work with the element of water, since the koi lives in water, and to not hide it or try to make it look perfect, but to just really embrace the beauty of whatever happens on the paper. And the more that you practice these kind of paintings and these kind of strokes, the more natural everything feels. Now that I really have a feeling of these koi and how to paint them, I can start to play around a little bit which is where the fun happens. So for this koi in particular, I am going to start with the dirty paint water actually, instead of getting a totally clean brush to get this really light silvery gray color. And I'm going to add all of the pigment in a wet on wet technique and let the water move it around however it wants to. Thank you so much to Artify for sponsoring this. I loved using these brushes. One of the issues that I have had is that since I only ever had a big brush, I always felt like the details were a little bit compromised and I would get nervous when I came to them. So the 3-piece set is actually kind of a game changer for me, and I totally recommend it. I am including all of the links below. I hope you enjoyed this koi painting with me, and I would really love to see if you try painting some of these koi. It is a practice that I have been doing for a really long time, and I should just do it much more often. The more koi I paint, the better. They also sent me a couple of other goodies, and I'm looking forward to trying these out. I've already tried the set of synthetic brushes, which you'll see in my last 2 videos for oil painting, and it's been really nice to have a dedicated oil painting set. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will talk to you guys again soon.